Poppin' guys, welcome back to a video. Today, we're gonna be doing a video over...
Hi, I'm Callie, and I'm going to tell you a story that might seem a little unusual. I'm really pretty. Like...
Wow. Brag much?
Beautiful. I know that might sound like bragging, and to be honest, it feels like bragging because I don't always feel beautiful. But enough people have told me I am that I've come to believe that is how most people perceive me.
Oh my god, look at that face! What is that? What is that? What is that monster? Bro, she looks like she pooped in a pool and doesn't want anybody to know, dude.
The attention I got from my appearance started when I was a baby. People would tell my mom, "Oh, you have such a beautiful baby. You should enter her in contests." Pretty normal, right? I mean...
Yeah, it's pretty normal. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because that's what you do with babies. You do with their parents. You're supposed to be like, oh, your child is so beautiful. Even if their child looks like Peter Griffin here. Even if their child looks like this, you still gotta say, oh, wow, what a beautiful baby.
Continued when I was a toddler. A modeling agent approached my mom in a restaurant when I was 3 to see if she could sign me. My mom said no. 3 was too young.
Can we talk about this man's arm and how tiny his arms are? Bro, he has so much bicep freaking muscle right here, and then it's just, yeah, guys, look at my you. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh, look at you. Oh my, it makes me so... Sorry, I just have severe PTSD from dolls.
She thought. But the attention didn't stop as I grew older.
Back at it again with that face! Oh my god!
And eventually, my mom was asking me if I would...
Yup, somebody done noticed! It done went down the drain, some boy was under the water, came up, and now he's covered in it! Look what you did!
Or acting. By that time, I was starting to feel really self-conscious. People commented on my looks so much. I hadn't even hit puberty yet, and I was already getting catcalled on the street. I loved...
You what, mate? You what? You pedo pizza! You pedo piece of absolute...
Nobody seemed to care that I was good at those things. Most adults I interacted with commented on how I'd be beating the boys away with sticks soon, or how I'd have no trouble finding a husband.
That ain't her. That ain't her. That right there? This ain't her. This right here, this is a Chinese lady with no face. This a Bruce Lee with no face.
When I was 13, I started a YouTube channel dedicated to robotics. One of my...
Name it. Name it right now. Name it right.
But in the comments section, people would leave comments like, "You're hot," or "Shame you're not legal." Stuff that made me really uncomfortable.
Bro. Was all the people that were catcalling her just weird Uncle Fluffy, dude? Like, this doesn't happen to normal people. This is not a story that could happen.
That I would spend breaks between classes in the restroom throwing up.
I skipped ahead a little.
I started showing up late for class so I didn't have to walk through the halls when there was a crowd. And the other problem with being too pretty?
Can we talk about how that clock is on LSD right now? Like, in the time it took her to take one step, it's already been an hour. You missed that class. Start walking the other way.
People don't like you. Other girls think you're full of yourself. And guys only want you so they can brag to their friends about how they got with you. People also...
I would not brag to my friends that I got with that. That looks like somebody I know whose first name starts with the...
Smart.
I wouldn't rather say it.
I was the butt of so many dumb blonde jokes, even though I was a great student. Once, my mom told me I was so pretty that I wouldn't need to worry about going to college.
So, number one, the reason you were the butt of all dumb blonde jokes is because you were a dumb blonde. We're not talking about in, like, school-wise. That just proves how dumb you are. You know, dumb blonde jokes are for just saying that blondes don't get a lot of things that we get. It's not saying that they don't do well in school. You know? Like, if I make a 16 on a paper, I could still be really clever. You know? Doesn't mean I'm dumb. Just means I'm... No.
Snag a doctor or a lawyer, and he would take care of me. That hurt more than anything. Between my self-consciousness and the way my classmates resented me, I didn't have any close friends. And with the way people didn't take my aspirations seriously, I started to doubt my own ability to have a career in robotics like I wanted.
Okay, number one, look at that eyeball. One eyeball is bigger than the other. No, it's not perspective. I see that too. Number two, you ever think that the reason that you're so pretty, is because of all the makeup in the background that you've been putting on? You know, if you didn't have 16 pounds of freaking, what do you call it? I know at least one girl is watching this. I need you to tell me what it's called whenever it's right here. On the face. Foundation, that's what it's called. I'm smart.
So I decided that if this was how the world was determined to see me, as just an object, then that's what I'd be. I traded my baggy clothes for low-cut tops. I started wearing lipstick and flirted with the guys who gave me attention, even if I knew they had girlfriends. I did not care about anyone.
What a mother!
Gossip about the other girls who I knew had been gossiping about me for years. I stopped trying in my classes. A couple of teachers noticed, but I blew them off when they tried to talk to me. I wasn't sure if this made me happy, but I kept doing it, perhaps because I was so tired of proving my real self to others. I didn't stop. For homecoming, I wore the sexiest dress I could find. A chaperone told me I'd violated the dress code and handed me a...
Yeah, I dragged that part out only because I wanted to say the fact that she stopped doing well in her class and wanted to prove people right, doesn't that make you the end of, like, what they were saying? Like, doesn't that confirm what they were saying? About how now you're fully yourself and, you know, you don't do well in classes and you're dumb blonde now? Doesn't that, like... is there something I'm missing? Because I think there's something I'm supposed to be getting that I'm not getting here. But it's just kind of not really hitting me right now. You know? You guys get that? You know? Yeah, I get it.
Everyone looked at me and I could tell they were shocked. Perhaps for two main reasons. One, this doesn't look like me because that's not my style. And second, well, because I looked very attractive. However...
Man, bro, they really tried to make her look so kawaii. But in midst of her making her look so kawaii, her entire skin is one color. So her hands just look like they're in there. And then they're really thick, so they go up to here. And then her shirt got ripped right here, right? And so now that's gone, because you can hardly see her hands right here. Like these right here, these look like two fingers. Those don't look like those little chest things that you have, you know? So, I don't know what they're trying to do, but hey man, you do you.
Twinges of my old self-consciousness resurfaced. Then a guy walked by and pinched my backside. That was the last straw. I couldn't take it any longer. I started to cry uncontrollably. People began to stare at me, some of them...
You think? Bro, that's like high school. Of course people are gonna be staring at you, bro. You're crying in the middle of a dance. You know who cries in the middle of a dance? People who are too pretty. That's the kind of people that do it.
Snickering and whispering to each other. "What are you looking at?" I screamed at them. "Stop staring at me!" I couldn't stop myself. I felt so hurt and confused and alone. I fled the dance and went out to my car. My hands were shaking so badly, I was lucky I made it home in one piece.
You have a car? You never mentioned this. So in this dance that she's in, I'm hitting, got yogurt. In this dance that she went to, she says that she's too pretty and complains about it. But if she's too pretty, an easy fix is just making a fake pimple on your face. It's not that hard. So this video is pretty much over. The basics are just like, it goes over to the end. It's like, oh yeah, I'm too pretty, and you guys should see how terrible it is.
I locked myself in my room and refused to come out.
Yeah, yada yada. So that's my story animated. Like, it really proves to you how far-fetched that these videos are. You can't be too pretty. If you think you're too pretty, you know, Back whenever you were little, people are gonna tell it to you regardless, cause you're little. Shoot, I'm sure if I came across some like, let's say 50-something-year-old woman. I'm 13. I came across her and I'm like, oh, hello, miss. Yada yada. I come across her in the store, and let's say I lost my mom and dad. And I'm like, hey, I can't find my mom and dad. They were last over near like the milk or something. Do you like work here? And if they say, yeah, sure, I got it. You know, I'm gonna be stressed out. So then they're gonna say something like, oh, you're looking good today. As a compliment to cheer me up, because I'm still technically little. Also, I look like I'm 10, so that's probably another reason. Shut up, I get it, I'm short. But you can't cry over being pretty. That's not how life works. Like, oh yeah,
It's not like I could ever go back to school after the scene I'd made.
Bro, one time in school, I literally went... voice crack. I literally went to school with a brace on my finger because I had hit it too hard with a football trying to catch it. And, I hit it, and the way that I hit it, I had grabbed it, and my ring finger had bent like this and backward. Like, a little bit backward, like this, and the rest of my fingers are forward. Like, right now it don't hurt, but imagine not expecting it, and it just goes like that. It's gonna hurt. And so I came to school, I think it was over the weekend I had used it, and then take it off during sleep, and then wake up and put it on. I think I did that so that it doesn't cramp up. But, I went to school, and I'm like, oh yeah, you remember that? Whenever I was crying because it hurt, because you guys hit me, and it hurt, and I had to sit out, and you guys were making fun of me? Yeah, well, this happened, and I show them. You can return to school after anything, dude. I went to school and I had blood all over my face from that bike wreck that I was telling you guys about in that one story. You can't just not go back to school. Also, don't you have parents?
On Monday, I had to go to school as my dad requested.
There's her parents.
I was so nervous I threw up before school. But
again, sounds like pregnancy.
I had a meeting with the counselor, who was really nice. I told her I knew how ridiculous and arrogant it sounded.
What is that? Goblin? Ew! Ew! Everybody point and laugh. Ha! Ugly goblin. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it. Okay, look. Okay, I'm cool. I'm cool. Screw you, David.
To claim I was too pretty, but she said it wasn't ridiculous at all. She said together we could work on ways for me to feel more comfortable being myself.
That it's not ridiculous at all. This is the only relatable part. You wanna know why it's not ridiculous? They know it's ridiculous, but they don't want to say anything about it. They want you to feel comfortable in school. That way you come to school, and they get that money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar. Oh my god, that was really cringy. Why did I do that? But teachers are supposed to do that. That's the only realistic thing. Also, her eyes are looking directly at me, and it scares me.
And for me to get back on track with my schoolwork. But it might be a long process. Things are slowly getting better. I have learned how to manage my anxiety and how to better respond to comments that make me uncomfortable. I even joined science club at school, and I'm finding some friends there. I've got a long way.
Sorry, I had to pause it because my brother walked in and I was recording, and I heard him coming down the hall, so I had to pause it, but back to the video.
Happy with myself. But things are looking up.
No, I will not be clicking on these, but, if you guys like this video enough, I might watch one of these two videos of your choice. So in the comments, I want you to write 1 or 2. And whichever gets the most votes, I will watch next time and make fun of again. I mean, not make fun of. YouTube, you didn't hear that. I'd like to eventually make money, so I don't want to, ruin my street cred already. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you slap the like and, comment. If you really enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe. If it's the first video, watch some more of my videos. If you don't like them, you don't have to. Because I'm nice like that. I'm not gonna force you like other YouTubers that are just press it, do it. Yeah, there you go. Now I won't haunt your dreams. But on a real note, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.